August 2009 Tribute to Jadala Philip meets Balaram Suradasi's fifth new admissions. Care for cows in Vrindavan. Care for cows in Vrindavan. CFC trustees Vraja Mohan Dasa Hayavalabha Dasa Amit Tulani Rakesh Rahira patrons Mahani Hai Swami Maharaja Radha Jivan Dasa. CFC staff Kurmarupa Dasa Dr. J.P. Lavanya Kesi Nisudana Dasa Braja Gopal Dasa, Switzerland, Laxmi Rupa Dasi, Denmark, Jagannath Dasa Puri Maharaja Isani Devi Dasi, Holland, Siam Hari, Vijay, Ramu, Ravi, Mithan, Sukumar Sushala Editor Kurmarupa Dasa Photography Philip Karganjia Beja Govindam. Care for cows in Vrindavana is inspired by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Dear friends, some of you may remember Sadhu, who appeared on the cover of our February 2009 issue. He arrived with a complicated fracture of the tibia and there was no hope of casting the fracture. He was taken to the Mathura Veterinary College Hospital where Dr. R.P. Pandey surgically inserted a stainless steel pin by use of radiology with the hope it may serve to keep the fractured bone in place so it could mend. The 2-hour operation was a success, and after 3 months of rest and physical therapy, Sadhu is able to walk around unassisted today. He has partial paralysis of his other hind leg, so he is not so steady and thus cannot move around very well, but as you can see from the photograph opposite this column, his morale is high and he is happy. The photo at the bottom left shows Sadhu wearing his winter coat, which you can see is almost charcoal grey. Today he wears his summer coat, which is strikingly lighter. He has practically changed colors. Jayasri Guru, Jayasri Gopala, Jayasri Gomata. Careforcows.org. Care for Cows in Vrindavan is a charitable trust registered in India, USA, Holland, and Switzerland. The CFC's Tafshi was sometimes referred to as Grumpy Granny Jadala. Tribute to Jadala. Jala and her 6-month-old daughter Mahini were among the core members of Care for Cows, and we estimate that she was about 10 years old when they joined us. They had been cast out after Jadala stopped giving milk and were often seen wandering around Raman Reddy scavenging for food. One day Mahini was hit by a car and suffered a broken front ankle. She was brought to us for treatment by rickshaw and Jadala was left behind. The next day Jadala was brought so they could be together during Mahini's treatment. Jadala was not at all pleased by the arrangement, as in her mind we were implicated in the injury of her daughter and she was very protective. We had to tie her up each time we dressed Mahini's ankle to prevent her from attacking us. Jadala's most noticeable characteristic was the watermelon-size hernia she had on her right side. A veterinarian told us that it could have resulted from either being gored by another cow or by the strain occurring during a birthing session. Jadala was the first cow to give birth at Care for Cows Sundari Jadala and Mahini, and consequently the first to provide us with milk. Sundari was born to her in 2001. At first Jadala would not let us milk her, but after 2 weeks of bribing her with bananas, she relented. It was obvious she had a past of being mistreated and it took time for us to gain her confidence. At that time the death rate of our residents exceeded the birth Jadala, showing her watermelon-size hernia rate, so we were not concerned about controlling the breeding. The next year Jadala gave birth to Kanha, who is famous for being gentle and obedient. Today he is one of the most well-behaved working oxen that we have. Jadala's health was always weak. She battled with chronic diarrhea, and though we tried many different treatments, we Sundari Kanha Jadala and Kanha Jadala had 3 calves, Mahini, Sundari, and Kanha, who all remain with us. Mahini has also had 2 calves who are her constant companions. We're unsuccessful in curing it. She suffered from an intestinal disorder, and though she ate her fill, she would not thoroughly digest it and several times became emaciated. We were told her digestive disorder may be caused by ingestion of plastic bags during the period she wandered in the street. During her periods of weight loss no medicine seemed to work, so out of desperation we let her go out during the monsoon to eat the grasses that the rains had spawned. She would happily wander in the neighborhood and nibble on whatever suited her fancy, and in due course her health improved. She spent several years in the company of her daughters and granddaughters peacefully being a cow. In May she began to lose weight again and required assistance in getting up. She then wandered into a ditch our neighbors had dug for construction and fractured her leg. We arranged a sand bed for her where she laid for 6 weeks until she stopped eating and peacefully left. We miss her. Right, Jatila's body lays in the cooling sands of Raman Reedy covered by a Hari Nama chatter, Ganges water, roses, jasmine, and lotus flowers. May she forever frolic in the endless pastures of Goloka Vrindavan. Philip meets Balaram. Balaram Philip Kargangia, a young professional photographer from Croatia, visited Care for Cows last November. It was love at first sight. He came daily to indulge his fascination with the Vrindavana cows and took hundreds of pictures. One day he arrived while Ranjanai was giving birth to her first calf. He photographed the entire event to include Ranjanai licking her calf clean and encouraging him to stand and drink the first milk. He also recorded the calf being welcomed into the herd by the other residents. Witnessing such an intimate part of cow protection did something to Philip. He bonded with the calf and could not stop thinking about him. He asked us if he could sponsor him, and after we agreed, he named him Balaram. Philip became as concerned for Balaram as a father for his son. He arrived daily to check on him and would bring him fruits of cookies. When he learned that calves don't eat anything but milk for the first month, he adjusted by bringing Balarama flower garlands from the altar of the Sri Sri Krishna Balaram temple in Raman Reedy. Balaram was born without complication and experienced no trouble adjusting to life outside the womb. Not only was he treated affectionately by all the cow herd men, but he was given special Saki and visual attention by Philip. The following photos are only a fraction of the many which show Balaram from his first hour until he was about 1 week old. We venture to say that he may be the most photographed calf in the world. All the attention has resulted in Balaram being very gentle and friendly. He has high morale and is comfortable being around people. It will be very easy to train him to pull the cart and perform other chores when he is of age. Prangovind King for a day. During Philip's visit, Balaram would often be seen prancing around the barnyard wearing the flower garlands brought to him by Philip. Philip also accompanied the herd for their daily excursion of grazing and relaxing in the sands of Raman Reedy. The remaining photographs are from one such outing. When Philip's pilgrimage ended, his eyes were welled with tears upon leaving, and he firmly vowed to return. Right, Philip assuring Ranjanai and Balaram that he will return to visit them in the future. Suradasi's fifth Anuradha contemplates the repercussions of birth, death, old age, and disease. Suradasi gratefully licks Puri Maharaja while he assists her new calf to nurse. Suradasi is completely blind and has been with us for almost 10 years. She is a real giver. The only time she bellows is when she wants to feed her calf or wants to get pregnant. Since she is our best milker, we always honor her requests. She gave birth to this perfectly healthy female calf in the afternoon while two guests, Baladeva Vidyabhusana Dasa and Anuradha Dasi, were feeding bananas to the herd. News of the new arrival interrupted the banana feast and prompted everyone to offer fruits to Suradasi. Puri Maharaja has a special inclination to attend to the newborn by steadying them as they take their first milk. Suradasi first licked her calf and then her attendant. Photos by Baja Govindam. Suradasi, left, Anuradha, above. Anuradha Dasi, a Hindu studies professor at Oxford University, was moved by the occasion and spontaneously volunteered to sponsor the newborn calf. She named her Anuradha and commented that care for cows is a wonderful expression of theology understood. Baja Govindam, left, who is spending 1 month serving full-time at Care for Cows, applied her photography skills to record the happy occasion. New admissions: these two female calves have not been named. The bright-eyed one above fell 15 feet and was brought to us unconscious. She has recovered and is healthy. She has a habit to lick the ears of all the other cows. The calf to the left has an injured rear hoof and is convalescing on a sand bed. She has a good appetite and we hope as her morale improves that she will recover completely. New admissions: the two calves on this page have not been named. They were wandering in the area our cows frequent while grazing and joined the herd and followed them back to Care for Cows. The calf to the left is a bull and the one below is a cow. They are both in good health and getting adjusted to Goshala life. They still go out and graze every day with the herd. Food for Life. Brindavan rescued this young bull from the street and sent him to us. He arrived on the first day of Chaturmasya and thus he is referred to by that name. He is healthy, very mild-mannered and friendly. This female calf arrived with a broken tibia. It was never attended to and has not mended properly. She is able to walk and take care of herself but is wobbly and a bit irritated as a result. She has been named Sadhvi. Alena Kochetkova, Alexandra Lukyashchenko, Alena Koleova, Amit Goswami, Anand Ranganathan, Anatolij Dorogyadin, Anna Leonova, Anna Sunko, Anandamayi Dasi, Anonymous, Anuradha Dasi, Argo Lukman, Ariel Telford, Beryl Trimble, Braja Gopal Dasa, Vyasapada Dasa, Karl and Stella Hersig, Chandramukha Dasi, Christian Kastner, Daniel Mige Dasi, B. Radha Govinda Swami, Deborah Klein, Devender Kumar, Dhruva Maharaja Dasa, Dirk Vanderdonk, Doyle Govinda Dasa, Erica Duncan, Essential Herbs and Vitamins, Gauranga Priya Dasi, Hamsa Avatar and Yogamaya, Hanul Bandari, Indian Fashions, Irina Lukyanenko, James Moore, Janhava Dasi, Jeffrey Walters, Jennifer Olson, Jivakan, Judith Talent, Kanhya Dasa, Kesava Priya Dasi, Kitri and Rita Krishna Priya Dasi, Lavangalatika Dasi, Lilia Tonava, Lucy Wyatt, Make Homir, Manish Bishnoi, Manoj Kumar, Vadavat, Mayapur and Kampakalata. May cows stay in front of me, may cows stay behind me, may cows stay on both sides of me. May I always reside in the midst of cows. Hari Bhaktavila 16.252. The cows send their heartfelt thanks to those who assisted during July 2009. Thank you from the cows. Madhava Dasa, Nadezda Lavrentieva, Nalini Gagar, Nancy Kupal, Nandaki Sorpadayashi, Nishant Vashishta, Pundarika Vidyani, Dasa, Raghunath Zaldivar, Rajan Ahuya, Raja Shakur, Nalavoy, Razamandala Dasi, Roger Moser, Shivlal Kantilal, Sanu Ahuya, Sophie Rubenstein, Swan Ng Sukhania, Venugopal, Sundararaman, Thyagarajan, Tat Vavat Dasa, Tracy Molina, Vananath Dasa, Vidyasagar Lokanda, Yajanavakaya Dasa, Yogesh Welling.